What's up, YouTubers? Like and subscribe below to see more content. Anyone who ever asks anyone to like and subscribe at the start of their video is the most heinous of criminal, and they should be unsubscribed from, except in this case, in which case you should subscribe, because I just mocked those people right there. Hey guys, Rick from Black Emerald Tactical here. So as you can see, we're in the command center. So all this is, I hope that everyone's staying safe, you know, with coronavirus and everything that's going on. Nobody's risking their lives, and nobody's being foolish enough with Airsoft as well and going out and just being a turd. So anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, it sucks. We haven't been able to go out airsofting or doing anything of the sort. So it does mean that we've probably had a lot of extra money from not paying out for Airsoft to buy more Airsoft stuff, which is great. We just need to get this whole situation over with so we can get back to doing it. It doesn't mean though that we can't have Airsoft videos, and today's Airsoft video is going to be about tracers and tracer units and suppressors and me. So anyway, tracer units, they've been around for years. You know, it's a really simple concept. It's just you know, it started off with Toki Marui. It was just literally something which looked like a silencer, like this, suppressor, silencer, whatever. It is a suppressor, but it depends on what they're going to be selling it as. Usually they sell it as tracer silencer, which, or whatever. So anyway, the concept of it is easy. It was an outer sleeve. You took out the outer sleeve, and inside there would be like the inner tube, the inner workings. And all it had was like a set of LED lights, which basically supercharged a BB. So as soon as the BB went through one end, it supercharged it, detected it, and then when it comes at the other end, it's all nice and glowing like a Star Wars laser. That's essentially all it is. But now on the market, there's a lot of other ones. I mean, there's tracer units from B&T. We've got Exotech, which seem to be really good quality ones as well. We've got a few from, I think they are, Dytac have done one as well, which a lot of them are sort of copying the same technology from each other and putting their own sort of spin on it, but essentially the concept is exactly the same. There are a couple of other ones which do fit onto the actual hop unit, and then you attach that to the battery by wiring into, say, the rear stock. But anyway, we're not going to talk about those. Now, I've put off getting a tracer for years and years and years because I think they just look trash. I think, you know, you put them on there and most of them don't look great, I don't think. But there was a way that we actually got around it. So you can waste money on a Dytac, which should cost you about 60 quid on getting a tracer unit, or what you could do is do what we did. We bought a knockoff Exotech. It's terrible. I shouldn't be saying knockoff, but we bought this knockoff tracer unit from AliExpress. It cost about 25. It's about 25 to 30 pounds depending on which store front you buy it from, and it is unashamedly an Exotech one for the pistol. So the idea is that you had this tiny little unit here. You could basically attach it onto your AEG barrel, or take that bit off, and then you can attach it to the pistol. So the idea is that you had a super small pistol tracer unit, which was great because, again, not everyone wants to drag around the big suppressors. Now here's why we bought this. We bought it because we like using these, because we're all about the mil-sim. It's all got to look legit. It's all going to look cool, baby. But these things, they don't really fit many suppressor units. And even this won't fit inside it until we did some modifications. So let's go and take a look at what we did. Okay then guys, so this is what we're working with. Now, didn't really want to spend so much money on the Airsoft tracers, so decided we'd make our own, which then also fits in with the style that we're using for our guns. So we're mounting these ones. This is basically a copy of a Surefire RC2 suppressor, which you usually see in you know, special forces using it with the 416s or like M4s, Mark 18, stuff like that. But anyway, this is a fairly cheap one from Union Tac. It does still work with Dytac, OMG, whatever they rebranded themselves as today as well, and Airsoft Artisan. So anyway, Pack usually comes with the flash hider as well, which is designed to fit inside here. The Union Tack ones, I will say, they are cheap. They're not the best. The colour on them, great, brilliant, they've nailed it. But this thing is pretty terrible when it comes to latching onto this. You've got to get it just right or it's coming straight off, whereas the die tack ones are a lot easier. So anyway, this is what we do. Yeah, everyone watching this video for that. So when you take these apart, this is the kind of stuff that you're going to get inside. You get this, which then, oh, that should come out now. Spring and this. So this is obviously, it's designed to sit in there. It then sits flush up against this so that you know, when you're firing your BBs, there's no movement, and the spring then keeps it tight. So we kept thinking. I mean, the whole idea of this came from two of the guys, Bandit and Udo in the team. So what they did was they bought this. Now mine's looking a little bit different. It's an Airsoft tracer unit. It's a lighter S, they call it. So all you do is, as you can, well, I'll show you a little bit more about it as well. So right there, as you can see, this is where you charge it. So it contains a lithium battery, so it basically is a rechargeable tracer unit, really, really cheap. Now, when we first put this inside the tracer unit, inside the suppressor, it doesn't actually fit. It had way too much play, so it would actually rattle from side to side. Most of these bits wouldn't actually fit inside it, so we had to kind of figure out a different way to do it. So the best way to do this was to get a hold of Gorilla Tape. Okay, now you could probably use other tape as well, like, you know, just standard standard gaffer tape or duct tape or whatever, but Gorilla Tape, it just, once you put it on, it's really, really tough. It doesn't move. Okay, so what we did was I don't know if you can see it here, but we actually wrapped it, oh, little flash there, actually wrapped it around the actual unit. Now it's actually the perfect size, this tape, for the actual unit itself, so that was always a bonus. So we wrapped it around it, we went around it twice, and then just for good measure just took some normal electrical tape as well, just around the center, just to give it that extra little bit of padding. Okay, so now what we do, pop this in, and this. Now this is going to have a bit of a snug fit. I bet you were all built up for something super exciting, not realizing that was literally it. And then when you drop this in there, that's it, it's done. Oop, take that out of the way. So tracer unit is now fully installed inside this mock suppressor. The RC2 version, it's probably going to work with the RC1, which is a longer version. It will work with the other ones as well. But just when you get this unit, you just need to make sure that all you do is just simply wrap it in a little bit of this. I mean, we're talking 25-30 pounds, and this one was between 28 and about 34, again depending on who you buy it from, delivered. So realistically, you've got something that, in my opinion, looks legit and looks cool, especially on your SF weapon. But you don't have to then take this off and put on a really expensive tracer unit. Again, some of those tracer units, you're talking like it can range from between 50 to 90 pounds, whereas for pretty much the same price of the lower scale, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, we just built our own or makeshift tracer unit, which just looks cool. I mean, if you sold the tracer unit just looking like this, I would buy it straight away, but people don't, so we may do with what we have. So anyway guys, I hope that was intuitive enough for you. Again, like I said, just buy the unit, get some gaffer tape, go around it about twice, get a little bit of electrical tape on it as well, put that around. It then thickens out just to the right thickness where it'll fit straight in your you won't get any movement either. Pushes against it nicely, it'll put it straight up, and BBs will actually fly through. You can actually check down there, I'm not quite sure you guys can see, but there's no obstructions. I have tried it as well. BBs do go through it nicely. If you want, the only issue with it is that if you do want to turn it on, just make sure you pop it out first. So you could use, like, say, a screwdriver, a pencil or a pen. Just take the end off, pop it through, pop the tracer unit out, switch it on, pop it back in. That's it, it's done. In fact, I just leave it switched off and left in here when I'm just playing on like normal sunny days, because I know I've got my tracer unit there whenever I need it to. Anyway, so hope that was intuitive. I know I've just said that again, but like and subscribe, share about. If you've got like any friends or anyone like that who's thinking about taking the plunge into the tracer arena, but is a little bit stuck for ideas on what tracer unit to do. So again, go for this one. You won't be disappointed. Take care, have yourself a good day, and make sure you stay safe as well.